Hello. Oh. Who we got out there today? I see you're there. Tell me who you are. What's your name? I was a little late today. It almost got by me. I was working on something and I just looked up and it was 5 minutes to 4. If you tell me your name, you can get on my list to be in the drawing. Who we got? Who we got out there? Let me run and get a pen. I'll be right back. Did I pronounce your name correctly? If you want, Pam, glad you're here. So I've got Pam and Ludima. Anybody else want to be in on the drawing? The door prize? I'm calling it a swan, by the way. Stuff we all need. Swag means stuff we all get. But swan, I decided to change it to swan because I can. If you're new, if you'll give me a chat, I'll get your name down so you can be in on the drawing. Swan is awesome, yeah. You know, whenever I was writing my post, at first I typed, live swan giveaway. And then I realized, you know, that doesn't sound very nice. So I changed it. You know, I changed the words up, didn't put live right with it. Anyway, we've had a good week. You know, something is wrong. I got something crappy on my screen that is messing up my, your chat. I don't know. I'm gonna go turn on my other computer and then I can, cause I'm filming the live, I'm streaming the live with my phone, but I'm gonna go turn on my computer over there so I can see your chat. While my antique computer is coming on, you know, with technology, it's over 11 years old. So, I mean, that is a dinosaur. But I want you to look at this hexagon sweater. I made this several years back, but then I decided to get kinky with it, and I put some baubles on the sleeves. There's some other decorative stitches in here, but it's the color that's kind of fun. This is that Red Heart retro stripe, and they still make it, and it has been in their line of the stripes for, I know, at least 10 years. I guess people keep buying it. It's very, to me, it's very 70s looking. Anyway, there's my computer. Hang on. All right, I'm gonna move this camera over by my computer, and I'm trying to fill as much of the screen as possible. You know, whenever someone's moving the screen when I'm watching a live or anything else, I can get motion sickness if they're moving it around too much. So anyway, all right, there we go. Well, now I need a taller chair. Hang on, let me make an adjustment. I'm sorry I wasn't set up. Like I said, I was involved in something. All right, there we go. That's better. Okay. All right, so I've got Ludima and Pam. Okay. Well, what's going on with you guys? What's on your hook? Are you making anything? Are you working on any projects? Anybody? I guess I'll take that as a no. Ludima, I see that now. You started the new hexie. Okay. Well, that's what I was working on, was the final ribbing that goes around the neck, that video, and that's what I was working on, and I looked up and it was 5 minutes till 4. So, but it's almost ready. I'll have it up by the end of the evening. And Pam is working a corner-to-corner baby blanket. All right. I love corner-to-corner, but I'm going to take corner-to-corner baby blankets to the next level pretty quickly. I am going to do one that is going to be in blocks in the baby pastels, and we will join them as we go. In fact, you join the second one while you're making it. It's never a separate block that you attach. You just build one block, and then you build the second one on it, third, and on and on and on until you get it the size you want. And I was going to do that next, but a funny thing happened yesterday. I got a call to make 2 they're shawls, but they're a really different kind of a shawl. And just alike for the bride's mother and the bride. And because it's chilly here in Texas right now. Today it's about maybe 55, but the wind is blowing. And the reception is supposed to be outdoors in 2 weeks. So they thought they might want a little wrap. So they had already seen this shawl. The mother is in the prayer shawl ministry with me, and she had already seen this shawl before, and so she called me and said, you know, could I get 2 of them made? And fortunately, the kind of yarn that she wants, I already had it. I already have it. So anyway, I don't have to go to the store or wait for Hobby Lobby to put it on sale, because yesterday was the end of the sale for 2 weeks. Anyway, so that'll be the next tutorial, because I thought, well, if I'm going to make it, I might as well make a tutorial of it, because it is a quite unique shawl. It can be worn 3 different ways. It can be just a shawl, it can be a scarf, or it can be a jacket. And so 48 degrees here in northern Indiana. Wow! My son's flying in from Sioux Falls, South Dakota today, and he was hoping to get out. And then he has a layover in Denver, and he said, I might get out of Sioux Falls and then I'll get stuck in Denver, but I'm gonna try and get there anyway. Anyway, wow, 48's cold, and if the wind's blowing, it's terrible. But you know what? I wear a wrap almost all the time. My husband likes the house at 65 degrees, and then he's running the ceiling fans in the summer. And I wear these cardigans almost all the time. In fact, that's why I made this bright colored one to wear in the spring and summer, because I have so many that are dark colors. Anyway, so that'll be one of the next tutorials that are coming up. It'll be that shawl. And like I said, it's super unique. And I've ever since I've known how to make it, I've wanted to make myself one, and never have. So anyway, I'm not making myself one this time either, but nonetheless, that'll be our next tutorial. And then I have some things already recorded, but I just haven't gotten time to edit them and get them up. And one of them is, I finally mastered that Red Heart Granny Square all-in-one that makes the yarn that always doesn't have the label. The Granny Square all-in-one. Have y'all tried that? Anyway, it took me, in a different colorway, I made probably 10 blocks before I mastered it. And the last thing I tried finally worked, and I couldn't believe it. When I changed my hook size, I was going the wrong direction. I kept going bigger. When I finally went down, because I was up to a 6 millimeter, it says use a 5.5. So it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. I went down to a 6 millimeter and it worked. So I made the rest of the skein up, and then I made a scarf, and it's got a different type of fringe on it. And I did the tutorial, it just hasn't been edited and gotten up. It seems like what slows me down for the channel is not the making and not the recording the videos, the editing. The editing takes as long as the recording for me. Hopefully I'll get faster, but it is what it is, whatever it is. Hey, we got some more people. Let me put my glasses on. Let's see. Pam. Okay. Yep. Gonna see that. Well, I can show it to you. It's not quite finished. Let me see. Oh. Here it is. the colors are neat because it could be for a man or a woman. See, it's got the royal gold, the burgundy red, but then the cherry red, and then the black. And so when I get it done, it's going to have a different type of fringe. I've got 2 more rows of border to put on it. But it's nice. And it's very long too. Do you guys ever make scarves? You know the formula for a scarf, how long to make it? It should be at least as long as you are tall. Now, there is when you make scarves for the wounded warriors, they don't want them over 60 inches, which is 5 feet. And see, that's how long I make mine. So anybody that's 6 feet tall or taller, to me, a 60-inch scarf is too short. And even though I don't like to make hats, I'm making a granny stitch hat to go with that scarf. And I'm probably going to give it away to somebody. Do y'all know anybody that might want a hat and a scarf? Hi, Heather. So we've got Heather on here too. Putting you on my list, Heather. Okay. Ludima, you said that you were making the hexagon pullover. Do you have any questions? Are you hung up on anything? So far, so good. That's good. Have you made your daisy square yet? Or are you putting the daisy inset in there? Heather, do you have anything on your hook right now? What are you working on? Ludima, that's exactly what I do with my hexagons, especially if I'm changing colors. I work both sides at the same time. It also helps with your, because each time we pick up our hook, our stitches are going to be slightly different. So it also helps to keep all of your stitch heights the same to make both sides at the same time. I've always done that though, but I know a lot of people make one side completely and then do the other. Okay, Heather, a baby blanket. Yeah. Oh, Ladima, are you, and Heather and Pam, are y'all in my Facebook group, my Crochet Obsession? Hi, Liz. Because you can post your makes on there, and I would love to see them. You know, it's all, I guess, to pat myself on the back that I taught somebody how to do something. Anyway, that's why I do it. I want to show you how to do it. So, all right, very easy to follow. Baby blanket. Heather, what kind of baby blanket are you making? And by the way, Liz Perryman, my grandmother's maiden name was Perryman. And we know, I know from my ancestry, you know, the blood results from my blood analysis that I am 26% Scottish, which was shocking to me. And I kind of wondered if it wasn't from my grandmother's side of the family. And then I see your name, Perriman, so that's interesting to me. The baby blanket. Heather doesn't use Facebook, and neither does Pam. Okay, well, I guess it's just us old people. That's what my kids tell me. Oh, Mom, I don't use Facebook. Excuse me. Anyway, just sent a request on Facebook and answered the question. Oh, okay. Okay, good, Ladima. Good. I'll take care of that in a minute. All right. One thing I thought we might talk about today is the Secret Yarnery. She doesn't have a name for it, but it has blocks with popcorn stitch, but I kind of went on my own tangent and doing it my own way. Okay. Thanks, Heather. I have watched some of the Secret Yarnery tutorials too. She's got a lot. She's got a lot of them. And she has lots of blankets. You know, it depends. When I'm looking for an idea, an inspiration, I know that certain of the content creators for crochet, they like certain things better than something else. And Secret Yarnery has a tremendous amount of blankets and afghans and things like that. And you know, other people, there's another one, Creative Grandma. She has a lot of baby blankets. And so since I make a lot of baby blankets, I use her site too. Hi, Amelia. I'll get you on the list. In case you're wondering, those of you that just come in a few minutes ago, you're wondering about my list. I have a little giveaway, a swan I call it, stuff we all need. And hi, Jane. Yes, I am colorful today. Anyway, and the people that come in the first few minutes, they get to participate in that drawing, and we'll do it at the end. Anyway, like I said, there are some channels that the creator, they like certain things to create certain things, like, and Bag O' Day, Crystal Dordman, she loves, of course, Bag O' Day, when she first started, she did a tote bag or a handbag or something every single day. So she has a tremendous amount of purses and bags. But she also has hats like crazy. And every single one of them is a different pattern. So, and then I like to do garments. So I'm going to have, you know, hexagons and cardigans and pullovers and skirts and vests. And I've got all kinds of ideas running around up here like, you know, squirrels. And so we'll get to it. Time will tell. Anyway, what I was wondering is what kind of books, if you use books to get better. I mean, to master some of your skills that you want to develop. Are there any, do you have any books that you keep? I went on thriftbooks.com. That's a second-hand bookstore, and I ordered some books. I also got some from half-price books too, but anyway, and it's so, I got one, I don't know if you've ever seen this before. This is a score. This is a true antique book. If If you've never seen it, Better Homes and Gardens, Crochet and Knitting. It was printed in 1977. Were all of y'all already born in 1977? I bet for some of you, this book is older than you are. So, but that's why I got it. I got it just because it's old. And a lot of times, I don't buy the books for the patterns. I buy them just to collect them because they're old. Love's Garments and Daisies. Bracelets, hats, and shawls. I love wearables. Oh, Jane, before you came on, I told her the next tutorial I'm going to do is a very unique shawl that can be worn as a shawl, a scarf, or a jacket. And I hope that was a good teaser so that you'll tune in for that. I hope to get that up maybe by next Sunday, because I'm going to need to get on those shawls. I have to make 2 of them, and so I got to get on them. Stitch dictionaries. And Amelia, you have this one? Cool. Oh, good, Jane. You'll make it if I get it up. All right. That's great. 1969. Okay. I love to, another book that I have that's also, I really love. Anybody have this book? Crochet School. The interesting thing about this book is not only does she teach the regular crochet, she teaches Tunisian. And I think she has 6 Tunisian stitches. And that's, you don't normally find that. Tunisian generally is a book all by itself. Or they teach you the Tunisian simple stitch and maybe one other stitch, but she's got like 5 or 6 of them in here. And it says it's a complete course, but until you've seen the Stitch Bible that's got 400 stitch patterns, this doesn't even touch it. So, Stitch Dictionary, I love that. All right. Another thing, yeah, books. I've been into books in the last couple of weeks. And what have I learned? Oh, let me show you one other book that I got. This book is super interesting. If you've listened to any of my talks, I've told you about a sweater that I saw in Italy that I want to reproduce. Because I don't know if you know this yet, that I like to look at department stores and high-end designer stores at crocheted and even knit things, because most all knitted things you can replicate in crochet. I don't knit yet, I want to learn, but anyway. But I like to do designer inspired things. And this particular designer, I didn't realize it, but some of the pictures in this book I had seen before and really admired, but that was a long time ago that I saw them. Well, this book was published in 1987, and she's Italian. And the way she makes her cardigans is, I've been doing that pattern for years, and I don't know who originated it, but the hexies are not the only cardigans and sweaters that are made in 2 halves that you put together. And she does that silhouette also. And that's when I get back to cardigans, I'm going to do this pattern. And I was already thinking about it, and then I picked up this book and I go, well, it's there, it's there. You know, because I hadn't seen a pattern anywhere else. It's probably out there, but I don't look at it all the time. A unique bracelet. I love bracelets. It's a combination of my Italian side, the Japanese influence when I started crochet, and my Brazilian side. Cool. Hey, Maritza. We're glad you're here. Anyway, books. Tell me what kind of fibers do y'all like to work with? And what's available to y'all? Unless I order online, I don't have a great deal of access to anything except acrylic, cotton, a little bamboo, and some wool. But that's about it, unless I go online. If I could find somebody who works with natural fibers and weaves and stuff, you know, I would buy from them locally. Bamboo, cotton, viscose. The viscose I have is usually in whenever I'm doing some kind of a metallic. There will sometimes be some viscose in it. Yeah, that's an interesting fiber also. I hadn't thought about that one. But I bet with your bracelets, yeah, viscose would be really, I'm sure, nice, because you can get a real good stitch definition with that. Hi, Nifty. All right, Nifty. Colleen. Hello. Colleen, did you get your package? Colleen won the drawing last week for the Stuff We All Need bag. She won that. I was wondering if she got it yet. Maritza. I'm getting everybody's name down in case you wonder why I keep saying your name. Oh, okay. I have, thanks, Colleen. I haven't looked at my email today. Or yesterday, I don't think. I was telling the viewers whenever we first got on that I've been working on editing the last part of the Retro Daisy pullover, and I think it's done. I just have to go through it one more time just to make sure I didn't put any bloopers in there. So, thank you, Nifty. Thank you. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with it. If anybody has a question or you have a topic that you want to discuss other than me just, you know, dumping my brain out on you, well, I am open for suggestions. I've been asking everybody what you're working on and what kind of fibers you like to work with. Jane, mulberry as a fiber? No, I didn't even know such a thing existed, but it sounds very interesting. So, interesting. Nifty, are you referring to the one I have on or the one that's in my tutorial? Okay, I'll check it out. So that fiber is on Amazon. I will check that out. Anybody else got a favorite fiber that they like to work with? Hi, Cindy. Alpaca. Interesting. Where are you located, Cindy? Banana. Interesting. You know, really, now that I think about it, especially banana, yeah, I can see that being a fiber quite easily. I just don't think of it. I mean, if we could make bamboo into a fiber, well, then we can make banana leaves. So, yeah, definitely. All fibers have a place. You know, some of my most affordable fibers, one thing that I use them for is yarn bombing, because I love to have flowers and things like just hanging out on my porch, and you put some that Red Heart acrylic out there, it'll be there for years and the color doesn't fade or anything. Let me show you. Have you ever seen these spinners? I found this, I made this some time back. Have you ever made one of these? It's a spinner. It's a spiral that, you know, you put multiple stitches in one and it begins to curl up. But when you put these outside and the wind catches them, anyway, I just came across this. I didn't realize I had one sandbagged. I had them at another house that I lived in, and then I threw them away whenever I left because they were pretty weathered. But then I found this one. I go, oh, I'll put this out. Anyway, this thing, it is Red Heart. I could probably have it out there for 10 years and it'll still be this bright color 10 years from now. It doesn't even change in acrylic. But I wear acrylic. I've got acrylic on. Macrame for bags. You know what else is good for bags, Colleen? And you buy it at the hardware store. And it's that string that they use to snap a straight line. And it comes in colors, and they're usually really bright, like there's a neon pink and a neon green. That stuff is really good for, I don't know about a handbag, but yeah, you could do a handbag, but tote bags, shopping bags. I'm trying to go, you know, plastic free and have my own bags at the store. And so, thank you, Pam. That spinner it's fun, and it's fun to make too. And if you got just a little bit of yarn, you can do something with this, you know. Doesn't take much yarn. You know, if you have as much as your fist, you can make this. And so, loving cotton. Me too. I bought a bunch of cotton, and I'm going to make some flowers, because and I'm going to start putting up a little short 15 maybe 20 minutes maximum for flower tutorials, and I'm going to put them up separately in a playlist where if you just want a rose, just go find a rose, or you just want a different daisy, they're not going to be blocks, it's just the individual flower. Now, they can all be put on a block, because all the 3D blocks, you build the flower first and then put the rings on the back of the flower in order to build the square around them. So yes, all of them could be made into blocks, but the tutorials will not be blocks. They will only be the flower itself. That's interesting, Jane, about Tibetan yak. I guess if I went online to shop and did research, I might find fibers like that, but like I never thought about, you know, that kind of a fiber. And yes, I do try to save money on my yarns too. And, you know, last week I went to Joann's and bought yarn, and everything was on sale, 20% off. Well, this week, through today, it was 25% off. And the Karen 1-pounders were $8.99. And that's as about as good a price as you're gonna get, because that regular price is $12.99 US dollars. So yeah, $8.99 for that's pretty good. That's probably around 30% off, I think. So maybe 40. I don't know. Let's see, $13 and down to 9. No, it's around 30, maybe 35. Yeah, that's a good deal. So, and yes, Joann's is, well, I don't know that they have said they're going out of business yet. They are in bankruptcy. And now you may have heard that they're going out of business, but I know they're in bankruptcy. And generally, I don't know what type of bankruptcy in the States we have. You can file bankruptcy and then never close your doors. You know, you just reorganize if it's like chapter 11 and then they got chapter 13 and blah, blah, blah. And so, yeah. But yeah, if you've got gift cards for Joann's, I would go spend them, or they may not have any value. So go get that while you can still get something. Anyway, you know, it's funny that they seem to be in this financial bind, and perhaps they are closing their doors. And every time I go into Joann's, there's many people in there. When I go to check out, I always have to wait in line. But you know, I think sometimes the companies, they deep discount to try to undercut the other guy, and then they can't make any profit. I don't know. You know, Hobby Lobby has their stuff at regular price is what we call in retail keystoned. It's like 300 times what they paid for it. And then every other week they mark it down, and they're still making a good profit. And maybe Joann's is not doing that. I don't know. All right. I got some huge red heart ones, all the colors they had. It's over a mile of fiber in a skein? Over a mile of fiber in a skein. Wow. Crazy Fibers once a year on my birthday, because they can be up to $60 a skein. Wow. Repurposed sari yarn. Okay, Cindy, you know where I got my one and only skein of repurposed sari yarn, and it is a beautiful, beautiful yarn. I've only made a little sample. I got it at a thrift store. They only had one skein, and it was $1. I can't pass it up, even if it is just one skein and with sari yarn. But I freeform crochet, and we mix all our fibers. And I mean, I could put, you know, if I had an Afghan hound dog, I could put his hair in the freeform. You know, I guess you could do it to anything. But yeah, we mix fibers, and you can just pretty, really and truly, if we think about it, we can crochet more things. You know that raffia that they use to tie up packages? I've crocheted with that before. I've gotten just regular twine, like what you would tie up the turkey legs at Thanksgiving. I've crocheted that before, just to see what it was like. So, but that's kind of like cotton. Don't know about a mile a minute. I won't ever be able to do that. Oh, I love reading y'all's chat. I love the fact that we all come on here and you're chatting with one another, and then I'm just talking on top of you, and I love it. I love us meeting like this, even though it's kind of, you know, unconventional. But hey, that's why we do what we do. Oh, all right. Let me. I do want to hear. I get a little bit every time that we meet together, and then I get a few things in comments on videos, but if you can have one thing that you've never crocheted, just because you don't know where to start maybe, or you don't know how to do it, or maybe it's a stitch. Maybe one stitch that you've thought, wow, that looks interesting, I wonder if I could do that. Put it in the chat in here. What is either or a particular stitch or a particular type of thing that you've always wanted to crochet but never gotten to. You know, give me something. Try to stump me. Try to make me go and research something. Just try to find something, not that I'm a know-it-all, but try to find something that you don't think that I'm going to know, and so I can bring it to you. So try to stump me. Pants. You know, I don't know if you've heard of, I believe, Jenna Phillips. Jenna Phillips. She took the Red Heart all-in-one, like 3 different ones, and she did the Granny Square pants, and then now she is a collaborator with Yarnspirations, who makes Red Heart, and they have her pattern on their website, and it was pants. But she's really young, and in fact, one of the things that her claim to fame also on YouTube and Instagram and everything is she makes the halters. Bullion stitch. All right, I did the bullion block stitch tutorial already, but just the straight bullion, actually the easiest way to do it is with 2 crochet hooks, the thin one and then the one you are actually using, taped together, or a latch hook. It's the easiest way to do it. But anyway, we will do a tutorial on the bullion stitch. I love it. In freeform crochet, we do a lot of bullion stitches, all different kinds. Bavarian, Amelia, are you talking about like the Bavarian block? Let me get you a picture. Is this what you're referring to whenever you say Bavarian crochet? Yeah. I have, this is a 24-inch block, and then I have, I believe 30 of them. It'll be a king size, either bedspread or blanket. You do 6 by 5. Anyway, yeah, it's fun. It's kind of an intermediate level, but it's not hard. It's got some back post stitches is all. And y'all know I love those back posts. I'm being facetious. I don't like back posts, but anyway. Oh, anyway. Yeah. Yes, Jane, I'll get to that. And yes, Amelia, was this the Bavarian that you were referring to, the Bavarian stitch? If you answered that, I didn't see it. I was going to use my Bavarian blocks to do another tutorial on a different type of join, because I was going to do a, okay, thank you, Amelia. I was going to do a different type of join. because this blanket's supposed to be joined. On all the blankets, all the squares have the gray to square them up. And then the join is in this same color. And it's two, you put the two together and then do a single crochet and to join it. And so this ridge is sticking up, but it's very much like the Bavarian ridges that stick up. Anyway, it was quite a task. It took me almost a year just working in the evenings, just on the blocks, and then they've been in there in a in a trunk. I just got them. Rice stitch blanket. You know, Nifty, that's all it takes with crochet, is just doing it over and over and over. Like the ribbing on that, the neck, the mock turtleneck on the retro daisy pullover. I mean, it will, if you've never done it before, it's going to stretch your skill level. But I've done it so much that, I mean, it's very second nature now for me to do it. Let me get that. I'm sorry to keep leaving, but I don't have, since I moved my camera, nothing is over here. Yeah, but this, this mock turtle, it has the varying stitch heights so that you can go around the curve, because it starts out single crochet and then half double and then double crochet. And another thing that I do with my ribbing is I always just put my ribbing right on my piece. I never make the ribbing and then stitch it on. I've never done that, ever. And a lot of times patterns, they'll say, oh, make a 40-inch ribbing and then stitch it on with the threaded yarn needle. And it's like, why? Just put it on the garment. I always have. Hello, Lori. Glad you're here. Yeah, Nifty, all it takes for any of these skills, like you will master the bullion stitch if you practice it enough. And I like it so much. It's so unusual. You know, it's very much like another stitch. I also embroider. And there is a lot of transferable skills in embroidery and crochet. You know, a picot is like a French knot kind of, and even the top stitching on the daisy pullover, it can be done in a slip stitch, but it's a chain stitch in embroidery. You can do it with a threaded yarn needle too, and I demonstrate both of those ways on the tutorial. So there's a lot of crossover and transferable skills with embroidery and crochet. And I also like to, in my freeform, I do a lot of embroidery with yarn on freeform, but it can be done on anything. And one thing that you guys are going to learn, and you know, growing up and everything that I've done, I've heard this several times about me, and I don't take offense to it anymore. Whenever I was younger and someone would go, ooh, you're just too much, you know, you're over the top or whatever. It used to offend me, and I was ashamed of it. Well, now, you know, it's my, it's my icon, I guess. I like embellishment, and I will frequently go over the top. If any of you know Iris Apfel, she's a octogenarian, that fashion icon, and she has always said, more is more, you know. And so I like a lot of embellishment, and I like, you know, jewelry and lots of dangly earrings and bangle bracelets all the way to my elbow. You know, I'm a little bit much. So that's what in my crochet though it shows. And I realized that a lot of the projects that I'm going to bring to the table on the channel, it's not for everyone, but there will be a skill in there that you can learn. And anyway, I like color, so I'm going to work with a lot of color and pattern, but there again, don't let the color and the pattern drive you away. Whenever, for example, on the daisy pullover, maybe you don't want to make it in the bright colors or anything, but maybe you do want to learn how to put a mock turtle on a square neckline, and so you'll give it a try. All right, let me see what we got going on. Yeah, you were extra. Extra? Yeah, my granny would say something like that too. Extra. Oh, speaking of that, I was gonna show y'all something that was my great-grandmother's. Let me run from you one more time. I won't be gone very long. It's just right back there in the kitchen. I know y'all have seen these before. This is a little hot pad, and it was my great-grandmother's. So it's possible that this is 100 years old. And it's been well used, loved. It has stains on it that I can't get out. Who knows? It could be, you know, Christmas dinner from 1930 or something, you know. It could be that. And so anyway, I just wanted to show y'all this, and it's made of cotton, and I don't know if you're familiar with this kind of, I think that some people call it I think they call it the wiggle stitch or something like that. But what it is, you build a mesh first. There's a mesh on the back, and then you do standing stitches in a scallop onto that mesh. And you don't have to go in a pattern like this. You can just go random designs and change your colors. That's what we do in freeform all the time. Do you think we could see the back of the cardigan you were wearing? Caught a bit of it. Yeah. So much more. I'm liking the bobbles too. Can you see it? Yeah. Yeah, this one is just joined with vertical stitches, double crochet in the back. And then I've got some bobbles. There's also some, what do they call that stitch? Spike, I think a spike stitch. You know, I know a lot of stitches, but I don't know what they're called. You know, I just put them in there, and I don't know what they're called. But anyway, the bobbles are cute. Wiggle crochet, yeah, I thought that was what they call it. But anyway, I saw this today whenever I was baking a chicken, and I put this, I used this, and I go, oh, that's crocheted. I need to show that. Anyway, it's very, very old. And I was looking at it trying to determine, they had to have used like a 1 millimeter crochet hook, and it's thread. It's really, really thin. So, you know, it's pretty cool. I'm glad y'all like this sweater. You know, when I first made it, I only wore it at home because I was afraid that people would think I was weird because of the bright, I mean, this thing is almost neon, but Anyway, I wear it out now whenever I'm wearing jeans. I got over it. You know, here I am telling you how I know that I'm over the top, and then I was intimidated to wear my own sweater. And so that seems like it. I'm also a big contradiction, I guess. Oh, Fish. I am joyful when I crochet. In fact, I can have the blues, or somebody can hurt my feeling, or I allow someone to hurt my feelings, and I just go and start crocheting so I can get out of myself, basically, you know. So, anyway. Oh. Well. You know what? We've been on here an hour. Any other questions? Or anything like that? Let me pull up my random number generator here, and let's pick somebody's name. Let me see who I've got today. Ludima, Pam, Heather, Liz, Emilia, Jane, Nifty, Colleen, Maritza, Cindy, and M. Fish. If I didn't call your name, please tell me now, or forever hold your peace till next Sunday. Oh, is next Sunday Easter? I'm going to take off on Easter. I'm not going to come online. In fact, yeah, next week is Easter. I'm going to have a technology cleanse. I'm not going to be on technology from Friday all the way until Monday. I'll turn it back on. So, thank you, Brenda and Shelley. All right. Darlene. Yes, Sunday is Easter. Lori, I didn't have you on my list, but you've been here a long time. Sorry. 13, 14, 15. Weirdness. Oh, I love weird too. I always tell people I've always liked the strange and unusual. That's me. Strange and unusual. That's what I want. Okay, I'm showing 15. 22 are out there watching, but only 15 have chatted in. So, yeah. Next Sunday, we will not have a sit and chat. And, yeah, I won't. If you email me, I won't even go to my email from Friday all the way to Monday. I'm taking it off. Yes, for peace and rest and worship. So, all right, let me go and get my number generator, and we're going to pick somebody. You're going to, every week, what's in our little swan bag is something that I would like to receive. So, but it's always something to do with textiles, crochet generally, but it might have something to do with sewing. It could have. I might throw in, you know, a few fabric swatches or some buttons, because we also use those in crochet. So let me take care of this. Hang on just a minute. Okay. I have 15 names. Ray, thank you, Ray. This is the first time seeing your video. How long have you been doing videos? Shelly, I've only been on a month, and I already have 40 videos. I've been working at it. Fabric swatches and buttons, yeah. You know what? I have buttons, a huge deal of buttons. I bet I have over 1,000 buttons. because, I mean, my mom, she went to a garage sale and they had this huge box of buttons for like $5 and she bought the whole thing. She used all she wanted. She's in her 80s now. And then she gave them to me and I'm still using them. When COVID happened, I made all those ear savers for the elastic straps on the masks for nurses and doctors. And I bet I made 500 of those and each one of them has 2 buttons. And I still have buttons. So, have I used elastic thread in a project? No, I have used some thread because I also do some little quilted hearts that are random acts of kindness that you just hang around in a tree or something for somebody to find. And I use thread to do like a scalloped edging or something on it. I make mine real fancy. So they'll really be a gift if someone finds them. Anyway, that's another thing I can get lost in. Be still my heart buttons are just so fun. Yes, I love buttons. Yes, buttons are wonderful. Buttons, buttons. Older the better. Yeah, I have some from the 20s, 1920s. And they're just regular everyday buttons. But the card on the back has a date on it. Also, you can tell by the price. You can't get a card of 4 buttons for 20 cents anymore. And that's the prices that are on some of those cards. So anyway, all right, we've got 16 people in the house now, so I'm going to generate a number. Okay, here we go. Drum roll. Hello. 11. Who's on my list? Number 11. M Fish is number 11. Yay! M Fish. Okay, M Fish, this is what you do to get your prize today. You go to the channel and under About, there will be my little blurb about crochet, but then also is my email. And you go there and send me your address, and then I'll get your goodie bag in the mail. Anyway, congratulations, M Fish, and thank you, everyone, for coming today. And happy Easter. Peace be with you, and have a wonderful, wonderful week. And crochet a lot because it just keeps you calm. Anyway, you know that's my tagline. Keep calm and crochet on. Bye, y'all. I'm so glad you came. Wonderful, wonderful weekend. And yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye now. Bye.